Um, Elise will be joining. Elise will be joining in a minute, so you can start his bio.
Okay, so he will be joining soon. So yeah, he is here right now. So I have not introduced anything beforehand because we immediately started the performance. So thank you everyone for joining today, and it's been a great pleasure to meet you each day. Every day we have been joining, and we have been seeing some wonderful performances every day, and each time it's something very interesting coming out. And it's today is the seventh day and of UMNYAMA, the art event, where we are connecting to creative people, artists, writers, performers, thinkers from around the world. And these 4 days, 7 days, we have seen some beautiful performers' works or their presentations, and we have involved in some very intense communication throughout this process. And today also, we have seen a performance which is very intense and very powerful, disturbing, very strong. There are many things to this. Of course, we will talk to the artist to know more. So, Alicio Solis Mora was born and raised in Venezuela. He earned a degree in visual art from the University of Los Andes and currently is a professor at the University of Carabobo. He has exhibited his works in different international and national exhibitions in Venezuela, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Finland, Germany, Mexico, Spain, and United States. Since 2011, he organizes, creates, produces video show, Video in Icon, alongside with Yakana Martinez. So I would like to discuss about this program with him once he comes back. So Solis uses performance to explore the body as an art and symbol. So, of course, when we talk about performance art, we see how body is an important part because here, body is the main art object. You can say is the canvas where the artist brings in other elements or use it in different way, move or with other materials to explore the body. Its limits, its movements, its actions, and many other things. So through the body, they enter to the inner world. So, if Alice is there, I can talk to him about today's performance and other things. Hi, Alice, can you hear me? Are you there?
Elise can open your screen. Yeah, Elise can open your screen.
Yeah.
He's
Okay. Hold
getting
on.
ready, I
I'm
think.
getting
I
dressed.
think that's okay. You
Yeah.
can take your time. We can wait. So today's Alice performance was titled as Be Fluent. So he takes it as an outbreak of the body to positive and negative situations where a war zone, a constant battle with the world in search of a balance. So, of course, it will be great once we talk to him and hear from him what he means by this. But we of course, all as an art person, as a performer, we all, of course, have felt how the body went through struggle, and then it was a kind of purifying ritual that he did. So Alice is getting ready from he's coming out of the performance and coming soon to join us to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are waiting. Don't worry, we are here.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? What is the time there at your place?
I'm back.
Okay, okay, okay. So,
Right now, here in Venezuela, it is, let me see, um, 8:30
morning. Yeah.
morning
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So it's not that early morning, so the lighting is good.
No, it's not that early.
Yeah.
I mean, I start the performance at 8, 8 of the morning time.
Hmm. Yeah, it was good. It was the lighting and everything was perfect. There was no problem. We were able to see everything very clearly. So nice
It's,
to
it's in the backyard. It's in the backyard of, of the
what?
It's the backyard of his house.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I was saying that I'm in the backyard of the office where I work.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Just informing Shatabru, so today actually there have been some problem in my society. There has been some load shedding, and if in case something happens, it disconnect and I come back, then you take over. All right, Shatabru. Just
Yeah,
in case, I'm just telling you.
no problem.
So, so
Okay.
Alice, can you
It
talk
happens here too. It happens here too in
about?
Venezuela.
Okay, okay. It doesn't happen always, but today it's happening for some time. It's cutting and coming in. So I'm just letting him know if anything happens, I'll join back soon, but till then he can continue. So, Alice, about today's performance, can you tell us a bit about Be Fluent? What was that? We can see a lot of uh, pain and things, and later on it seems like a ritualistic performance and taking through purifying yourself, something like that, or you would like to say something from your side?
Oh well, hi, I'm Eliseo. Being fluent is it's part of how I'm being right now, how I'm fluiding with life and everything that's happened. I mean, in the world, here, in around me, and my age, mm, uh, what happened in my life too. So my body's like the medium to think about those things. I mean, I just take simple stuff like covering my eyes, like uh, writing in my body, um, and just I came here with all the things that I used to go out to the street. I mean, dressing like someone else, and then getting taking everything off. And well, the pain is part of being in a society that have many regulations, and everything is violent.
I think there is some connectivity problem with Alicio.
And then is
I think connection error.
Yeah, there is some
Sorry
connection
for
error.
glitch the media. So technology is a logic. So it's kind of lot of locha. So he will be
Yeah,
coming back.
yeah, yeah. He will join back. So till then, Shatadru, if you would like to say about Elisio's any work or something, you can share.
Luis More is very important artist in Venezuela, and we are glad he's a member of Hexerixy Box board member, and he performed with a body, and the mundane object like a daily use object, and just a minute. He used the mundane object, always use the mundane object like a regular the t-shirt and the whatever he wear. So his performance is very much with that, deal with that, and his main intercourse with the gender and sexuality. His main encounter.
He has
Are
joined.
you there? You can open.
Yeah, he has joined just now.
There is one message for you. Our other
Guys
doctor
there?
is the message. Her mother is not well, so she cannot join, and she give the best wishes for you.
Nero, maybe this is what happened.
I think the connection problem. Okay. Elise can speak only your sound can be valuable. So you cannot open the video. You can speak. Elise is not there.
He will join back again. We can wait
Yeah.
for him.
Thank you, because give the suggestion. I pass the information. Thank you so much, because. Ellie's working at museum, so he's very active, and he participate many gender-based show, and very energetic, and he work with a lot of tapestry, and his whole performance is kind of weaving, like body weaving, like all the apparels he with his body, and you see that sketches like he drag the body and make the paints, and he has to establish own self like a blood. So the question last day also asking that Murari Jha. So the same thing
Yeah,
I
the
told.
celebration. Yeah, Elisu is
I'm
here.
back.
Yeah, hi Elisu.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, can I continue talking about my performance?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Oh, sorry, my signal is not that good.
No,
And well, I cut my hairs too, and it's like taking off something from my body. I mean, it's like being fluid to me is just take the opportunity to make my body transform with all the things that happened. I mean, it's like my body, it doesn't be my body. It's like the energy is coming from that and transform everything that happened in the moment. So what I want to reflect here is the vulnerability of my body in a society, in a group of people, with love, with no love, with no friends, alone, and just being. And for this, because I grind in my chest, be. To me, it's like the most special thing because I'm writing it on. I mean, I have to remind me that I have to be something else. I have to be. So it's a pain. It's with pain because it was a scissors. It's like cutting everything, but at the same time, it's grinding on my body. And well, this is how I feel right now. My country is being in a mess because everything, the pandemic and all this situation, political situation. I haven't left my country in a very long time, but I love my country. I love my land. I love the world. Everything. I mean, I love people. I love everything. But at the same time, I think that the people forget about love. So this is kind of it's kind of being in between the good and the bad things, and my body is in between, and I am in between. So well, my performance it was kind of trying to be influent with all those topics that in my head is around in this moment. And well, I wanted to share with you guys a very, very, very performance, a personal performance, very intimate performance, and at the same time, I was in the outside. You guys can hear everything's happened at the city. I mean, the sounds, the cars, and all the stuff. And at the same time, it's like between the nature and the wildest scenes that happened on the street. So well, this is this is what you guys seen today, and I was so excited to make it because it's kind of remind me that uh, being vulnerable it doesn't be that bad. I mean, we have to be kind with ourselves too, and well, sometimes we are very strong, but sometimes we are not that strong. And well, it's kind of what I did today.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for whatever you have said. Like, as you were saying, like you were uh, in a place where we can hear the sound from all the outside or sound of the town and kind of things. So, how the space or the site is important for you as a performer? How do you look at the site and how do you choose that location?
Okay, well, performance to me, it got to be in the people, with the people, and it has to be with.
You are mute. Eliseo, your mic is mute.
You're mute. Alice, you're mute. Alice can open your mic. Alice can open your mic. Alice can open your mic. Mic. Open your mic.
Okay,
Ah,
sorry,
you
sorry,
got
sorry.
mute.
I don't know what's happened.
Hello.
Okay, but I don't know what's happened here.
Uh,
I didn't touch anything.
okay, it got mute.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you right now. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't heard you for a
Yeah.
while.
So you were talking
Well,
about the side, the space.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I like to have the connection with the people. I mean, I have to be in a public space, and but in this moment, it couldn't, it can happen because well, the pandemic and everything that have to be with we have to be like be able to take care of us. So to me, it's very important that performance can touch people, can touch people's reaction, and at the same time, it's kind of uh, being in a relation that we already know what is the reaction of the public with the piece of art, because this is a piece of art. And well, I love to be with people reaction. I mean, this is the most special thing to make performance. I mean, performance without people is like, wow, I can make the performance to the camera. Yeah, I love to make it also, but the experience is totally different. It's totally emotional when somebody is looking at you in a physical way.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, we can see in your work a lot of like where you push the limits of your body. There is a lot of experiment in other works also. When I have gone through some of your works, uh, so you experiment to pushing the limits of your body, like the artist's body as a site of pain, which many performance artists do, but in your works it's very much evident. So yesterday also we were talking to one of the performer where we are talking about the celebration of pain, or right now as I quoted, the artist's body as site of pain. So do you work with that kind of thought, or what is your thought on uh, pain in your body during the performance?
Okay, you're saying about or why I make that in my body, or I mean
Not
why?
only this performance, there are many. I have seen one under the
Okay,
water. You were putting that.
okay. I know what you mean. Well, look, the identity to me is very important. I mean, to me, the identity is shifting. I mean, it's constantly dynamic. So we change every time that we just be, because I want to change something in me today. So I change it. So constantly, my identity is changing. What I make to covering my face, for example, it's like being another person, and at the same time, it's being reflecting on the people that who is seeing myself, but it's not myself. I mean, it's something else that I want to represent it and to be. This is kind of what I'm trying to make, and every travel that I make, every like being in so many places, it changed my perspective of life. So this is what I'm trying to put it together in a concept that it constantly getting growing and growing. And today we see that because I came here like covering everything. I mean my face, and then I just being without anything. I mean just being naked without anything. I mean just being alone in some place that, well, my body is it was changing too.
Thank you, Eliseo. So another thing I wanted to know, like how do you prepare your body, as well as there is a mental preparation also for a performance, or if any you feel, is there any? Do you think you need to prepare your body or the mind for a performance?
Yes, I always preparing because right now I have about more than 10 years making performance, and right now to me thinking about performance, I write this performance the day that you guys um, asked me to be part of the festival, but till this day to today I was thinking about it. I was just thinking about it and preparing my body and saying what I'm going to do. I mean, my body, it got to be fluid, but I don't want to be like with too many stuff. Just the right stuff to have this day. And I was preparing in that way, like thinking about it, how to be fluent. And this is, for example, for that performance, I make that. In other cases, I just seen around. I mean, I was living my life extremely like how to be fluid. Because if I'm saying that we should be fluid, how I am being fluid, how it's like recognizing myself, and this is kind of the conscience that happened to me when I make performance. I mean, I have to be real. I have to live in that concept, because I think it's the more honest way to make art. When the art is real, when the art is live, it's real. I mean, you can see, and you can. It doesn't have to be like I'm representing something that is not happening to me. Right now, I'm in a love scene. I mean, I'm living some kind of it's like weird situation with love, and this is happening to me right now, and I talk about too many times fluid in that relation, and so I wanted to put it here too in that performance, because this is happening to me right now. And well, I think when I'm preparing a performance, you have to be honest. I mean, I got to live this. I have to think about it. I have to live in. I have to watch the people. I have to, you know, this is the more honest way that it's happened to me. And at the same time, I want to be surprised to me what I should do. I mean, I like to be surprised with what I'm going to do. I never say everything that is going to happen in a performance. I always have something else to put it on.
Yeah, wonderful to know that, and I really like the thing you said about fluidity, which is very important in any as to any performance or even performing art or performance art. The fluidity is something very important, and especially performance art, of course, because everything is very spontaneous. So, another thing,
Spontaneous is
yeah,
it's spontaneous, but we think about that. I mean, it's I mean, it's not that thingsness at all, because I like to live the moment, but we think about that. I mean, it's a concept that previously where we just putting things together, but when it happens, it happens. It's like yeah, it's like breathe. It's like you happens. This moment happens and it happened.
right. So, in this context, I'm just taking another thing. Like when you do this kind of performance, or you do a performance in a gallery space versus the performance you do in public spaces with the, so how the things change to you as a performer? How do you?
Yeah, it's many things change because we have to have a group of people to work with, because being alone is sometimes it's very dangerous. So we have to have a team that to make those performance, because the permissions, and it sometimes happens things with policemen and all that stuff. But we take risk. I mean, I take this risk because if you have the permission, all the time is going to happen. Something is going to happen. So, and most of the time, I work with in about like 3 or 4 people that they are like my partners, and with those projects. When it's some project that it have to be in a public space, right? This is what I mean. And yeah, for example, the image that I was at the baguette, yeah, at the airport. This is an airport in a place that it's called Merida, and we have to get a permission in this airport, and it was like we have to be in a class, and a history, art history class. This was the like the item to being there. But when I get naked, because I didn't get out from the baggage,
Alicia,
so
it was about the immigrant project, immigrant work that you did. Is this?
exactly, yeah, exactly, yeah. So my body was traveling, but how I was thinking about how the body can traveling as an immigrant and have to be naked, because I mean you can take clothes, but you can't sometimes take clothes, because to be an immigrant is like being without anything. I mean it's just you thinking in other ways and being part of other cultures. And it was a very very uh, complex performance, that because
Inside a
all the
box. So in this
yeah.
performance, Alice was inside a suitcase, and you traveled in the suitcase.
And well, I traveled in the city. I mean, I was in the baggage,
Mhm.
but not in the luggage, right? I'm sorry, but I say baggage is luggage. Um, I was in the luggage. I was naked in the luggage with this dictionary,
Mhm.
and all the time. And then we get to the airport, because this airport is closed to the public. It's just private because the government.
Mhm.
In this city, in that city, Merida, people can get in because it was an accident, blah blah blah. About the, well, it's just the government just taken off, and this is like private, and all the private jets is just going there. I mean, who have private jet here in Venezuela? Well, the government, just the government. And it was kind of making something like seduction to the provocation. And I like to prove out all those topic. And but we have to be very smart to have it, because well, I could get in a jail, but well, everything happened okay, and I did it.
Mm.
It was recorded too.
Yeah, yes. And to the audience, if someone is interested to see the performance, it's there in his YouTube channel, Alessio. It's there in your YouTube channel, right? So,
Uh, okay.
Alessio, before we end, I would like to know about the work that you are doing with Yakana Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
can you tell about the video, Ikyon, what you do?
Uh, Video en Acción. It is a project that I started with my friend. She's a dancer, a contemporary dancer. So I am an artist, and I say, well, I like to mix dance, performance, and video in a project that it happens in 2 or 3 or 1 hour. You just make performance in with video. I mean, taking mapping and all that happens in those uh, elements to make an event and in some place with music, with all the presentation that it happened in video, like in a postcard or alive. Yeah. So this was because we have the I mean many friends that make performance, video performance, and sometimes we don't have the space. I mean the platform to show those work. So I say, well, we can make it, and we did it. We did 5 edition, and it's I mean it's not with any institution. We make it by ourselves with our money. So we just invite many friends, international friends and national friends, and so many artists, many artists. It's like you guys that we connected, you know, and it is to be like it is to make those connections where the video is kind of the element that connects us, no?
Yes.
And I love to make an event where it's party, where it's music, where you can where all the senses can be on, like the skin, like the sounds, like even the smells that happen in performance, and you can see it also with a video. And this is how I start Video en Acción in 2010. Yeah.
Okay.
Until then, well, we have 5 editions, and the last edition it couldn't happen because I traveled to Trinidad and Tobago with a temporary passport, and I couldn't be there. I mean, I was in jail like 2 days because I couldn't get in the country, and I make a performance about that. It's called Identity, and I write identity in my body because they say to me that this passport, it doesn't be like the passport that they accept at the country. So my country say, well, this is the passport, and they say, no, this is not the passport. So I was in a kind like with no country. It was in a jail. I mean, I was in Trinidad and Tobago in a jail, and I paid a ticket like to go in and then go back. But I never been in the country because they just say to me like I never been there, and I went there to make the 6th edition of Video en Acción with a friend who is from uh, Trinidad and Tobago, but I couldn't make it. So well, I'm trying to work on it in the next edition. And well, you guys all invited to see it.
Thank you.
Video en Acción, you can Google it.
Uh,
And well, it's kind of I make those platforms to unite people as you guys do.
that's wonderful. Wonderful to know from you and your projects today. So now Satadru can open and just say a few words before we go today.
Yeah, I want to know two aspects. One is about India. What is the conception in your mind? And second is that could you tell us the harassment, public space harassment? Because I already know what kind of you doing gender binder kind of performance at the outside of the Venezuela, and what kind of harassment you suffer. So these are two questions I have.
You ask me something?
Yeah, I'm asking about India. What is the conception in your mind about India? And secondly, I want to know when you do outdoor performance as a gender-based artist, what the harassment you have to face?
What I have to I didn't
Yeah,
hear the last the
yeah.
last.
When you do the performance at the outdoor, the public space,
Mhm.
which kind of harassment you have to face as a gender-binder artist?
You mean gender? I mean,
Yeah,
well, okay, okay. But you say that if I make some gender performance or not?
yeah, yeah.
If you make that kind of performance, do you have to go through any harassment
In the public space.
Okay,
in the
okay.
public spaces?
Yeah. Well, let me think about it. Well, it is depend. Well, because I have no limit, but I don't. I like to like maybe make performance with gender stuff, but it depends where I have to make it. I mean, I study the space. I made a performance in a place that is called here Yaracuy, and I was getting naked at all, and I have land, and I have a swimming um, I don't know how you call swimming, wow, underwater. That it have the flag, yeah, my flag here from Venezuela. So I take off, and it was kind of taking off the risk because of the gender, because I was like taking everything off, and then I somebody is taking all the length on my body, and it was like after a while, it was like a very terrific, bad situation, because someone say that why do you do that, why you get naked, the flag and all that stuff, and the gender stuff too, making like is sometimes it happens. I mean, I make a performance where I touch all the time the gender, because, well, I think we are just a person. I mean, it doesn't have to be that. Well, I'm gay. Yeah, I'm gay, and homosexual. As here, we have many stuff to happen on, but I'm just taking the risk, and I don't think too much about that. I mean, and you make the performance, and sometimes I don't think the gender stuff. My body is like, it's not really non-binary, because I consider myself a man, a man cis, yeah. But at the same time, uh, my body is like a, yeah, it's a medium to make things. Sometimes,
The second question is that about India. What is the conception about India? What is the conception about India?
I love Indian people. I have too many connections in this pandemic time, and well, I love you guys, and it's very interesting to being connected, and also, well, I'm not in the capital, right? I have to say that. I'm very far away from the capital, and this is more important, because sometimes we connected with the people who from capital, but I was living there, and I come back to my home city in about 3 years ago. So I start making work here, and it's a pleasure to me to connect with you guys. I mean, with people from India that I already knowing more and more, and I love Indian culture. I tell you guys, I love Indian culture, and well, I love you guys. And this is like the third performance, right? That I'm making with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful to know.
Thank
And
you.
you guys are beautiful. All have, well, I'm kind of Indian. I have like my eyes.
Thank you everyone for joining again today for UMNYAMA, which you all by know it's an event, virtual event, organized by Young Hearts and supported by Hexidexy. So, and the aim behind having this program is that in this time of pandemic, when we are not able to travel or have physical shows, and we are because of which we must be going through different anxieties and uncertainties. So at this time it is a great way to join from people around the world, and they are trying to bring in artists, writers, philosophers, thinkers, activists to come together and share their cultural journey through this virtual platform, which is very important at this current moment for all of us, and we all are joining each other and knowing each other through this virtual platform.